Y'all, it's Elijah Fixes All. I'm doing another review on this Black Max 1638cc 2-stroke chainsaw. The reason why I'm redoing it because a lot of people did not like how I did my other one because I didn't show them how it ran and what the features and all that was. So I'm going to show you this in this video. So, a lot of people like the ones, I'm going to go tell you something else. I prefer this to be a homeowner chainsaw because it's only a $140 chainsaw. And if you're going to be cutting trees down every day, I'd get the more expensive Stihl, Husqvarna, Echo before I'd get this. But this is just a homeowner, so I don't use it a lot. But it's good to have around if you ain't going to be cutting a lot. So, to get to your bar and chain oil access point, you have to look right here near these two caps. Your bar and chain will not be up here anymore. So, if you cannot get it off with your hand, and you can't get it off with a flathead screwdriver, I found out that you can just get some regular pliers and just turn it. Because these ain't got the little air holes in it that makes it easier for it to come out. But once you get started, you'll be able to do it with your hand. As you see, there's some bar and chain oil in there. And it's actually probably a little bit easier to pour in there because it's closer to the side. So I already got some in there. I may have to put some more gas in it. And to get to your gas, if the screwdriver don't open it, which I think it will, it sprays a little bit some places because, there is no air hole. So once you got the gas tank open, I prefer using this True Fuel 50x1 engineered fuel and oil. I use it on all my two-stroke to make the engines last longer. So what you do is you hold me, guys. What you do? Darn it! Dropped you on the ground. Sorry for that. Take the cap off, and you got. Sometimes you can use the funnels, but I'm just gonna pour it in there this way. Pour it in the bigger cap for your 50x1 mix. You got enough gas in there, just turn it back on. And it even says 50x1 fuel mix on the cast cap. Okay, next part. Go ahead and take your cover off. Go ahead and take your cover off. And they have these chain guards, but I took mine off because it's hard to do plunger cuts. So I just took that off. So how we start it is you prime it, that prime bulb, as many times it takes to get the gas into the prime bulb. And then this is your choke right here, so you pull that out. And it has that off switch. You ain't gotta mess with that until you want to turn it off. So once your choke is out, this chainsaw does not come with a feature of a trigger lock. That's why it has that throttle. So I'm gonna start it up and I'll show y'all how good it runs. I'll rev it up a little bit. And then after that, I'm going to let it idle. And then I'm gonna get that piece of wood and we'll cut that wood in half. So, let me get my stand. Let me put the phone on the stand. If I can get y'all to for it to stay still. Okay, so it's on choke right now. It may be easier to start it without the chain brake on. And this also has an anti-vibration system, so it reduces the vibration. So we'll go ahead and start it. Oh, already. Then you mash the trigger, take the choke off. Sometimes it takes 2 seconds. Let it idle for a little bit so it can get enough gas to lubricate the piston. Runs good. It only costed $140 at Walmart. They have a bigger size. That's an 18-inch. Same size motor. And now I'll rev it up just a little bit. That you heard that run, I'm gonna go over here and get a piece of cedar tree that we cut when the hurricane came through. And what we'll do is we'll just cut it in half. Now the chain ain't the sharpest on here because I've used it quite a while, but I didn't think about sharpening it before I made this video, so I'm just gonna cut this wood. Start. That's all. We'll take it and cut it down. Y'all didn't do a good job at cutting that wood. Kind of did like a little zigzag. It went one way, and then when I come back around, it wasn't lined up. So always practice your cutting while you got the time. I'm also going to show y'all how to get to the air filter. You pull this little case, this little thing right here up. Pull that out, and it takes you to the air filter. The spark plug, and you got your choke wire and your fuel line in here, and then your kill wires in there too. And then to put it back on, just push that in. That's in just like that. And I'll show y'all how good the shavings are on here. Let me try to pile it up in a pile so y'all can see it better. Little bitty chips. Now I like them to be about the size of a fingernail, but you know, I didn't sharpen my blade since I got it. I ain't had it that long, but it's chipping it real good. It ain't really just dust. It's just some fine chips. This is good for fire starter if you're starting fire out in the going camping or stuff. It's good for fire starter if it's dry. But anyway, I was cutting it, and it went around and around and around. And then I came back, and it wasn't lined up, so I couldn't cut the whole thing in half. So I got to do some more practicing, but I've fixed a couple of chainsaws and owned a couple of chainsaws all my life, and I'm just a 13-year-old boy, so I bet y'all wouldn't recommend a kid having a chainsaw at 13, but you know, little 16-inch ain't gonna hurt for somebody that ain't cutting trees down, bigger trees. So anyway, that's a good chainsaw, and I recommend this for homeowners if you're not going to use a lot to get this, just because it's a little cheaper and a little bit more affordable because it costs $140. And then the next size up, which is the 18-inch, but has the same motor, is $160 or $70, I think, dollars at Walmart. But yeah, you got your kill wire, throttle, power bulb, choke, most common stuff weed eaters and chainsaws, two-stroke engines have. Only thing that's different much is because the bar and chain oil is over here, and over here, not over here in that container. So, yeah, it's a good chainsaw to own. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it one more time, and then I'll end this video. And always make sure to like and subscribe to this video.